Live. Happy New Year!
Okay, stop. Lila.
Happy
Okay,
New
stop.
Year! Happy New Year!
Ja, bra, stopp.
En sista.
Nej, slut.
Det var den sista.
How's everyone doing?
Vad är det?
Welcome to another unauthorized and fuel treasure hunt around the Gatsby Islands with Pirate Queen Raae.
Bum, 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 bum.
I'm your host, Captain Olav Ea, and this is the Pirate Princess.
A few. Okay.
Ah.
Somebody needs to get the Pirate Princess to her corner so we can start the show.
Okay, Lilian, hopp in I
Or
hjørnet ditt.
start the work of the show. She will not be silent today, that's for sure. She will not be silent.
Lilian, gå
Okay.
deg til hjørnet.
Bye bye.
Bye, bye.
A boy boy.
Boy, boy.
Kan du spørre hva mamma ler av?
Ja, jeg er helt sikker på at hun ikke ler av deg.
She said, can you ask mom what she's laughing about? Like
Yeah.
it's not her, of course. Obviously it's her. You need to center yourself more in the camera, Ola.
Yeah.
Over there. Yeah.
Husk å rekke opp hånda. We have these
Are we getting
rules
organized?
we have these rules that when we're reading and on TV, she has to put up her hand like this before she starts talking. And for a couple of months, like or a little more than a year, or how long have we been doing this?
A long time. A
Yes.
long time.
For years and years it worked, but now she's getting into some kind of teenage
Oh yeah.
thing. So now it's all the time I have to remind her of the rules when we're reading.
And then she's like, I'm gonna try, but it's so
Yeah.
hard to remember. It's so
Yeah.
hard.
Yes.
It's like coding. It's hard to remember all the syntax, you know?
Yep.
Okay. What
Okay.
are we doing today? Or maybe I should say what we're doing today. Give me the Tasker Bell or card. Okay, so what, why, and how? So the what today is that we are going to track outgoing links from Prune your follows, because we would like to see when people or a user clicks the SATA link or the GitHub link or the Twitter link. If they click the Queen Raae codes link, we'll see it, get it tracked over on the analytics for Queen .ray.codes. But if somebody clicks a link to GitHub or Twitter or SATA, we as kind of owners of the site won't be able to kind of see that in the analytics if we don't do some extra magic. And I guess I also answered the why. And then Ola is going to show me how.
Yeah, look at this. We got several points.
Ooh.
The first is imp, and I will reveal later what that means.
Okay.
And then we're going to deconstruct it like a
Mhm.
unicorn here. You see there? What do
Yeah.
you call that hair on the horse? The hair?
Oh, in Norwegian it's man. I think maybe it's mane.
Mane.
No, it's
Mane,
not
okay.
mane.
So
Yeah.
then we're going to deconstruct this here, but it's not going to be three things, it's just going to be one thing. And then we're going to do on-click because that's what we're measuring.
Yes.
And then it's going to be ... and then we're going to add an ID to each link.
Link. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I am gonna turn on screen sharing.
Yes.
And kabakabakoo. Oh, that's wrong. There we go. I mean, it's been a couple of weeks since we did this, so it's hard to remember everything stream wise. So this is the analytics that I get now. So this is just for today. And actually, while Ula is talking to Lillian, I can talk a little bit about the referrer here. So as you can see, it says that there's been a visitor from queenraae.codes to Prune Your Follow. So that means somebody has clicked a link on queenraae.codes and sent them over to Prune Your Follows. But that wasn't always the case. So that was the topic of today's email, because I had not looked into this much because I haven't really been concerned about all tracking everything before. So I didn't know, but Gatsby Cloud, and it turns out Netlify, and I'm guessing most of these services, their refer policy is same origin, which means that only referrals within the same domain gets tracked, or that information gets sent along, but not to other domains. So I had to change the refer policy to strict origin when cross origin. Not going to go into what that means, but when doing so, now, like if I click a link here on queenraae.codes that take me to another domain, that will show up as being referred to, referred by Queen Raae codes. So that's kind of nice. Like, even if you're not doing this as a business, but if I can actually see that I still get quite a lot of traffic to Queen Raae codes from Inesa's webpage, because he hadn't turned off refer, or like he had the correct refer policy for his use case. So I can see that people are coming to queenraae.codes from Inesa's webpage. So that's kind of cool to kind of like see where people are coming from. And it's also nice for other people to know, like if I've linked to them, they can now see that the incoming traffic is coming from queenraae.codes. But that has been turned off forever for us. So yeah. And I remembered or realized I needed to turn this on because we made Prune Your Follows kind of in as a sponsored project by SETA, and they would like to see, you know, if people are coming from Prune Your Follows to SETA. And when this was turned off, like that didn't happen. But we would also like to see when somebody goes from Prune Your Follows to SETA, because we don't have access to SETA's analytics. So we want to track that on our side, and we're going to track it as events. Yes, Ula.
Go up again. Lillian says, what are the red lines? Vad är det sträckna?
Okay.
Go ahead.
So this is the traffic for today, but let's see like last 30 days. So the purple line is the number of visitors to the site.
No, the red lines.
Yeah, and then the light purple is the views, and then the pink line is the average time on site. So how long does a visitor in average stay on the site?
Yeah. I'll turn off. I'll mute myself.
Yeah. So for people watching, like this is the product hunt launch. And this is when our Prune Your Follows was featured in TechCrunch over the Christmas. And as you can see, the product hunt launch quite like rapid decline, while the TechCrunch kind of top here is a little shorter, I guess, than the product hunt launch, but then it kind of like kept on going. And I think that is because the TechCrunch article was then picked up by other outlets as well, a German outlet at least I saw. So like traffic were still coming from TechCrunch. And we can then go to our refer and do product hunt. We'll see, okay, this is the traffic from product hunt. But then if we go back and we do TechCrunch, we can see that the TechCrunch, oh, look at that. It even got like a extra blip here on January 3rd. So the TechCrunch traffic is like coming over a longer period of time than the product hunt launch.
And I hate this average time on site, because what does it mean? Seconds? Minutes?
Well, so if you go here, it means minutes. So on December 25th, people were spending 2 minutes on average on the site.
How can you see? How can it tell?
They track.
No, how can you tell it's minutes?
Oh, I just know it's minutes.
Oh,
because nobody's on a page for a couple of hours, you know.
But still, I understand. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But usually I just turn that off and have it like this, you know. But yeah.
Oh,
So we're going
okay.
to track events today.
We don't
So we
really
can
care if people are a long time on our page, do we? Is that why you do it?
Well, not really on Prune Your Follows, but like if you're making a content website, you know, the longer they're on the site, the longer they are reading for.
And that's why we don't
So-
care, because they're not going to read at our site.
No, but depending on the site you're making, like that could be a very interesting indicator of, you know, how interesting your information is, or your blog post or your article. I am guessing TechCrunch, for instance, is very concerned about time on site, because time on site, if you're ad driven, means people are seeing more ads, you know?
Yep.
Yep.
Right. Should we jump into the imp?
Yeah.
Jump
So this
imp
is what
to the imp.
So this was what I was talking about. I added this refer policy stricter region, one cross region earlier today. But now we're doing the
Imp.
tracking outgoing links. Okay. So, but don't we have to install the newest version first?
Yes. But let's do the imp first then, and let that be part of it.
Okay.
I'm doing the footer. Let's go to the footer.
Okay. So I guess that's in marketing footer.
Footer.
So we'll need to import something.
Yes. Imp, because you only have to say imp and then it comes up. Yeah, from.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you have it there.
It's from Raae Gatsby plugin Fathom.
Yes.
So I've created a little Fathom plugin, Fathom being the analytics software we're using. And it adds a script to the page, and then we need to access that script, and it's accessible on windows.fathom. But since we are both in like client side land and server side land and everything, there's like little checks you need to do to make sure where you're at. So to kind of make it easier to use, I created this little plugin that takes care of doing all those kinds of checks and making sure this works also when server side generating the pages. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And then we're going to have the use Fathom thing.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So that was the point one, and now it's the unicorn. We're going to deconstruct this use Fathom thingy into track goal.
We're going to deconstruct use Fathom, and then we're going to do track goal, but you can also do track page view if you want to do the track page view. I should get the documentation for the Fathom stuff up, but yeah. Oh, somebody's visiting Prune Your Follows from TechCrunch right now. That's fun. Okay. Yes, track goal.
And now we're going to make an on-click down there on that Queen Raae powered by.
On-click, and then it's event.
Yes. And now it's parentheses. Parentheses. Yeah, like that, but we're not having the event.
Oh, we're not using the event. Okay.
No. So it's just like that. And then it's track goal. Track goal. Now we're going to use that track goal.
What is our goal key? So I'm guessing I need to find our goal key.
Yeah, they're all on the issue there on GitHub.
Well, they're also here in manage event. So the Queen Raae click is this event ID.
Ah.
Okay.
That was inside Fathom?
Yeah.
You just made those? You say generate key or something?
I do add an event.
No. I like it. And that's the last pointer is the ID. The ID.
And then we also have to add a 0 for it having 0 monetary value if somebody clicks on that.
Oh, okay. So you can actually measure the money?
Yes. So if we were, for instance, I mean, it could be a goal. Like it doesn't have to be an on-click. It could be, you know, maybe you come back from, I don't know, you know, you've been to Stripe and you come back to the welcome page. You could track that as a goal with like a monetary thing on there, or I don't know. I haven't used it for that. Okay, so should we try to run it then? Or do we want to add the one for Seda as well? Let's do that. Seda. There we go. Okay, let's run it. I imagine we're going to get an error now because I don't think use Fathom is available in an older version of this plugin.
It's not! So we went skiing today.
We did. We did.
skied
Do you want me to
our
show the
favorite
video?
local cafe. And when we came there, the queen decided that she was not amused by coffee. So she was like, no, I'm not having
Amused?
coffee.
I just realized I didn't want coffee anyway, but I like having a goal for my trips outside.
Yes, good goal. It was a good goal.
Look at that. That's us
Oh, ja.
skiing.
Se, Lilla. Jeg går på ski ned Langgata.
Jeg har sett filmen nede hos mamma.
Har du det?
Ja. Hun sa, hallo, Ola.
Se, da vinker jeg. I'm waving. Hello.
Okay, let's see if it's building successfully here. So here you can see while I was figuring out why things weren't tracking, I added UTM campaign parameters to the URL. So at least Seda would see that, there are some traffic coming from our page. Okay, so let's do localhost. Look at that. Track goal does not exist. And that's because we are using an outdated version of the plugin. So let's install the new version, which is yarn add, and then we'll do a little at latest. That's how you install the latest version of something.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, very good. And then we walked up to the chocolate factory.
Yes, we did. And it smelled like a lot of chocolate. So they were definitely making some Norwegian chocolate today.
Damn.
Damn what? What's happening?
Do you want the little yoga thing, which is like a matchstick man?
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
She can make a couple of different. So Lillian is making a icon or drawing or illustration for our Yoga Pirates community. So we have a little community on Discord now that keep each other accountable doing yoga. So if you want to do yoga, let me know.
She said, I gotta make a skeleton doing yoga.
I love it. That would be super cool.
Yeah,
that would be super cool. I actually made my first Discord bot for this community. So you can we can now log our yoga sessions in the Discord community.
Which Discord community is that?
It's the Yoga Pirates community.
You have a Discord for the Yoga Pirates?
Yes.
Whoa.
David made it. Okay, so let's click on this.
David. That is amazing.
And then the thing is, it's hard to test because I think I've turned off tracking at this on this domain. And how do we keep the log going even after, if we're actually preserve log, hopefully. Okay, so let's click Seda. Navigate it to, but did it not? Because I think I can blah 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 blah. I think that the I think that's a plugin I can add it so that it will actually do some logging for us. So let's see. Fathom. If I remember my own code. Let's do Gatsby plugin Fathom. And it's use Fathom. It's in source, use Fathom. And I think if we set Gatsby Fathom debug to true, we can see some debug information. So I'm just going to take you off so you can see the code while I'm adding an not an environmental, but an environment variable.
You have like a debug thing for Gatsby?
I just have a Gatsby Fathom debug, and then if you set that to true, then we'll be able to see some debug information.
That's amazing. I like it.
Okay, so I'm gonna get you back onto the screen, and I don't know if I have to like rerun this to get those and variables running.
I think you do.
Well, we'll have a look. So let's go back and see if we can actually see some debug information here. Yeah, it looks like I have to rerun it. I have to rerun it.
But that's live. And also, the Pirate Princess and me, we were shoveling snow today. There was so much snow. So we
so much snow.
She asked me 2 days ago if she could shovel snow, so we did that. It's very lucky there was like 30 centimeters of snow literally out there. And then who came to visit us today?
The window delivery guy.
Yes, he had like 50 kilos of windows or something, I don't know, on a like this wooden thing, platform thingy. And if we hadn't shoveled snow, that would have been a problem. We had to shovel more snow, but
he was a trooper though. Like he really wanted us to get these things. He really wanted to get this delivered.
Yes, yeah, that's good.
He made it happen because it was a lot of snow. He even like got out of his van and was helping two dudes in an Audi who couldn't get past our house because of all the snow.
The gangsters?
So we actually went and helped them. Well, maybe they were gangs. They look like our local gangsters.
The local pillars of community in their Audi.
That's a nice car. We're just joking because Audi is sometimes like a gangster car in Oslo. But I don't know if these dudes were, but
we used to call them rånere back when I grew up. They were not actually gangsters. They were just driving around in their cars all day.
Yeah.
Rånere. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we can see some. Oh, look at that. Track goal. But the thing is, will we see it in our, in our actual site analytics? And I don't think so because I have turned off. And also, I think we've set it so that if you look at our Gatsby config, we're only allowing tracking from the proper domain. But if I comment out this included domain and then I turn off blocking, and then I turn off blocking for this site or for my site, and I think it is what is it? Let's see. Fathom block tracking. Exclude your own visits. So let's do enable tracking for me. Then maybe we will. Well, where are we? Oh, because I moved away from the site. Of course, that made me not be on the site. Okay, so if we do Fathom, enable tracking for me. Okay. And then we do powered by SATA, track goal. Let's go and see if we have a goal. Might take a while though, because I don't think it shows up immediately because I have to rebuild because we didn't rebuild after I changed the config, did we?
Yeah.
But it might also take a while because I know that, you know, we saw that somebody was visiting the site, like that shows up in its own little bar, and then you can see here for whatever has happened today, it's kind of only got like a dot because I don't think they know, like they need some time to process the incoming data, but we'll see. Let's build it again and then let's see. But while it's building, we can just keep on going for our footer, right? So we have the SATA, but then we also have Twitter. And
It
then I've
kind of
removed.
looked like your graphs there were for one data point for each day.
And now
it?
it's for each day. Yeah, but we can do today, then we get every hour.
Oh, okay.
So let's do manage events. So we wanted to have one for Twitter. And yes, if you keen observer will see I also had like rel no refer because I target blank, so it would open in a new tab, and then I said do not send any refer information because there's supposedly some like security issues if you open in a new tab and you send refer information. So I added that because ESLint told me to. We're just going to remove all that, and we'll do the we'll do the track goal instead. And then we'll use the Twitter link, the Twitter goal.
Oh.
Okay, so track goal for Twitter. And then this next one is also Twitter. And then we have GitHub. So let's do the code for GitHub. It'll be interesting to see if people actually like click things to, what links they are clicking. That's going to be interesting. Okay, it should be running again. So let's go back to our site, localhost. And then let's click SATA again. And then let's go look at Prune follows. Do we have any events tracked? We do not.
But we get one every hour, don't we?
It might be that it takes a while, or it might be that we're on localhost. I don't know if those are excluded by default. Because they're at least being tracked here because we can see that the code is actually like running before it moves off the page.
Great.
So,
that's good enough.
We got some cross origin blocking going and everything. So
it's running. We trust that it works. We trust that this Jeff guy knows what he's doing, don't we?
This is not Jeff. That's Outsera.
Oh no!
So this is Paul.
Paul Jarvis. Yeah, sorry, Paul Jarvis. Paul. I mixed you up with Jeff. That's it's hard for us Europeans. All you Americans looks the same to us.
But anyway, let's let's deploy for real and let's see if it works. Do you want to hang around and see if it works when we deploy for real, or?
Yes. Yeah, sure. But if the problem is that it's every hour, then
well, we'll see.
Yes.
Because Ola has completed this task, cheated a little bit. It's already in the. This is very, with our in Norway, it's this famous television chef. She always said, and then we've cheated a little bit, and then she would take something out of the oven.
She would take the turkey. She'd take like the 10-kilo turkey out of the oven, and it would be done.
And it would be done. Yeah. So then she'd be like, "Oh, we've cheated a little bit." So
do you want to taste? And people were like, "Yum!" Yeah.
So these are all our comments back and forth, and it got approved today. So let's.
Looks great. That's what I remember. Yeah. I used to love that show when I was a little kid.
We need to do feature, add, and it's not adding; it's add tracking of outbound links. Okay.
Yes, I used to love that show when I was a kid. I used to love it.
And it's building.
Isn't it a good time to tell that story now?
Yes, it's a great time.
So I used to love that show. And then I was like 5, and my little sister, she was like 3, and my father, he was in the kitchen actually cooking. So we were sitting there in front of the TV watching cooking show, but I loved it. I was like mesmerized. I was hypnotized by the screen. But my sister, she didn't really love it. She wanted me to do something, and I never got what she wanted me to do. But my father was, peeking in us every now and then, and suddenly, when he peeked in, my sister, to try to get my attention, she just grabbed my finger like this, and she took scissors like this and started cutting my finger. So the blood was like running down the scissors. And my father was like, "Oh, okay, that's it, guys."
And you
okay.
were still watching the television chef making her food.
That's good TV.
That is awesome. That is good TV.
Yeah,
that is good TV. Oh, it's still building. Our Gatsby is still building our Gatsby site.
My little sister was a proper pirate. I have more stories about her.
Didn't she hit you in the head?
No, I'll tell the story. You can't do that.
Sorry.
I won't do it now. I'll do it later. You were going to go straight to the punchline. You can't do that. That's not illegal.
I'm sorry.
Your build is in progress. Okay, so what's the plan now for the next couple of months?
For this product? For what product? For us? Life?
We're
the universe?
making another podcast.
We are.
I have a name suggestion. You want to hear it?
Okay.
Devs doing data.
What about just doing data? Does it have to be devs doing data?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. But I also have dads doing data. That was my old show with Tom Erik.
Don't exclude me. I want to, I do data. I'm going to be on this show.
That's funny.
It's not
but that was
funny.
my old show with Tom Erik, so maybe he'll sue us. So we should be careful with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
what's this show going to be about, though?
You said you wanted data models.
Yes.
But the client said she wanted everything data.
Yeah, but you know what we pitched and they said yes to was data models.
Oh,
so we're going to interview people with their own businesses about their data modeling and what data model has kind of changed the most and what they would do differently if they were starting over again, and also what they are happy with, like which data models stood the test of time.
And what kind of decisions they made. Because isn't that what he said, Benedict, that you start out and you always find out that, oh no, I shouldn't have done that with my data model. But then later, okay, Lilian, come here. She's made something. Are you ready?
Yes.
Up a stone. She has made a skeleton! Vis den fram. Du må ta den helt bort. Ser du?
I'm gonna make... Oh, I love it!
Hun elsker det.
That is perfect. Perfect, Lilian.
He's got a mustache, she says.
Great, I like it.
A curly mustache.
Okay, I am also gonna...
Is it working? Yep.
I am gonna click... I'm gonna click on my phone because I know I haven't blocked anything there.
Ja. Kan du prøve å få armene til å være sammen sånn?
Må jeg?
Nei?
Ja, men sa mamma at jeg sier
Ja.
bado.
Mamma sa at hun elsket den, men hun sa også at man egentlig skal stå sånn.
Mamma gjorde sånn.
Okay, we have a question here.
Mm-hmm.
A yoga thing. Do you go like this with your hands or this? With the hands out.
I said out. Out is good.
Out. Okay, det er riktig, Lilian. You was right.
It's working.
Yes, look at the rib cage. Look at that rib cage, people.
But look at that. I went on my phone and I clicked all of the clicked all of the buttons on my phone because I'm not blocking tracking on my phone. And we now got one click, and you can see here one person is on the page. That's me. One person is on the page. That's me. And then I've also clicked the GitHub, the Queen, the Twitter, and the Stata.
Did it work? Did you just pick them up without
Yes.
waiting?
Yes.
That's
So
amazing.
I think it was just, yeah, because I think we have blocked, so it only should track things on the proper domain. And then also I have blocked this browser from logging things. So when I'm testing, it's not logging all of my testing traffic. But on my phone, it's not blocked. So I did all of the clicking on my phone, and we got the clicks up here. I'm wondering why some have $signs and some have not, which is probably
there you go.
because I probably chose
something. Yeah.
I
There you
thought
go.
I chose dollar on all of them, but
maybe you did.
Oh, currency none is possible. Let's do that then.
Shekel. None. They got some cool currencies.
And as you can see here, this is how you're supposed to track, like window, Fathom, track, goal. And we can go and look at the plugin for a little second before doing our summary.
Yes.
So if you have a go and look at Fathom again, and we look at the code, it's actually checking to see if there is a Fathom before trying to use the Fathom. And then it's logging what it's doing after it's done it. And then if Fathom does not exist, we log that it doesn't exist. So in that case, we do Fathom is undefined. And otherwise, we do the message. So this is, instead of like having to do this check yourself every time in the front end, because you will have to do that. Otherwise, things will fail maybe can fail in your code. So it's all done here in the plugin for you, which makes it so much easier.
Yes, plugins, yes. We love them.
Yes, we do. Okay, that's it. So let's do a summary.
Summary. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
We are tracking. I will try now. We are tracking to see people clicking on links. All the links, maybe even. And it doesn't matter. You click on the links, and we're tracking it to see if people go to Stata or Twitter or yeah, and what we will use that for, if people go to Stata, we're going to be like, hello, Monica and Alex, look at the people going to Stata, yippee! Yeah, and so that's the why. And then how is first we added the new plugin, kind of, even though we did that last. Yeah.
First, we updated because we were already using it, but we had to update to the latest version because I've added some functionality to the plugin.
Yeah. And then we imported it like that. And then we deconstructed it like a unicorn. Like that. And then we unclicked it and added the ID. Like that. Yeah. And then we checked to see if it worked. And in the end, we found a way to see that it worked because it was working all the time, right?
Yes. So it's been working, but it only works in production at the correct domain.
Yeah.
Because in our configuration here, we made sure that we're only tracking data on pruneyourfollows.com. And then I have blocked all tracking in my browser. So we deployed it to production, and then I clicked on the links on my phone because it's not being blocked there, and then we ended up seeing these nice clicks.
And I have a plug.
You have a plug.
My plug is Fathom.
Okay.
So why did we choose Fathom and not all the other analytics thingies?
So we chose Fathom because it is a privacy first analytics.
Yeah.
And they don't track any of the data that would breach. I don't know, like they are fully GDPR compliant and they are
Yeah.
compliant with all the privacy laws all around the world. So you'll see if you go to a dashboard, and this dashboard is public. So if you go to the latest post on queenraae.codes, there's a link to this. There's a link to this dashboard so you can play around. So you can see countries, but you can't like, they don't save like the IP address the person is coming from. They don't store that for a long time. So these visitors are, I think it's unique within just like a couple of hours. Like they don't, yeah, you can read on their blog. But you'll notice that it has a lot less data than a Google Analytics dashboard would look like, but it's enough. I think it's enough. And also, I know that we're compliant, and because we also use this, there's no need for a cookie banner because it doesn't use any cookies. If you're using the other, like Google Analytics, it uses cookies, and you then are supposed to let people know that you're using cookies. So it's a
So
very
yeah,
privacy focused analytics.
this is the future of the internet
Absolutely.
because most people right now, they don't care that they're being tracked because they're being tracked everywhere. But
Hmm.
it's going to be a competitive advantage in the future, and it already is because when I like half the times I go into the web page and they want me to click on the cookie settings, I end up not reading and end up not going to the page because I can't be bothered because I have to go in. I will never accept the cookies. I always have to go in there. And why do I do that? They're tricking me anyway. They're tracking me, tricking me. But I go in anyway. But then half the times I don't go to your website, people, because you have cookies. I just don't go there. So that's a competitive advantage, just that. But also, don't track people. It's evil. Okay, I got a question coming.
I don't know what happened to Netherlands today. It kind of like 11 visitors compared to, they're coming from Twitter. I'm feeling like some Dutch guy has tweeted about us.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Where do you see it? Where do you see the Dutch thing?
It's coming from Twitter. There's like 12 people who have come from the Netherlands.
Oh, great.
6 people on phone and 6 people on desktop.
Yeah,
Most
that's
of
good
them on
then.
Safari. Yeah.
Megan, they are privacy people.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, that's why they're using Safari.
And look
Isn't
at that.
better?
This is our 4 event completions because
Yes.
because I clicked all the 4 buttons.
Boom.
Boom.
We go straight up.
Yes. Okay. I guess that's a wrap. Do you want to do the outro?
Yeah. Okay, Lilian. Vi är färdiga. Lilian.
She never wants to do the outro because she wants to
No,
stay
no.
up late.
Yeah. Ja, men du har lagt den färdig jo. Vad är det du manglar då?
Look at this.
Ja, men du har ju gjort den färdig jo, kompis.
I am muting you guys. Lillian also made this pirate boat. Hi, which means shark. She does not want to do the outro. She wants to stay up late and play in the loft. We'll see. I can't hear you, Ola. You're muted. You are muted. Well, you want me to tell a story while we wait. I'm not so good with the stories. Ola is the storyteller. But this was a fun one. But I also want to do a lot of things to Prune Your Follows because we are being kicked off by Twitter all the time because we're unfollowing too many people. So let's have a look at the number of people we have now because it's just rebuilt. So let's have a look at the numbers. I'm going to share my screen again. Look at that. 805 users, 11,603 unfollows facilitated. That's pretty awesome. Are you ready for the outro?
Ja. Du syns ikke?
Ja, det
There we go.
meningen.
Jeg skjønte det. OK. 1, 2, 3!
Det begynner ikke.
Jo, we did the Prune Your Follows treasure hunt with Queen Raae. We did Fathom tracking. Lilian og Ola.
Hvorfor sang du feil?
Jeg sa feil. Stopp.
Hvorfor?
Jeg vet ikke.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.